Total Pro Sports presents the 15 best little guys in sports. It's not about the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog. That is a truth when it comes to professional athletes. Sure, the best ones tend to stand well over 6 feet tall and 200 plus pounds, but there are a number of star athletes who didn't need size to succeed. Here are the 15 greatest little guy athletes of all time. Number 15, Martin St. Louis, 5'8". St. Louis beat the odds in two ways. First off, his size, and secondly, he was undrafted before becoming an NHL star. A 6-time NHL All-Star, St. Louis led the Tampa Bay Lightning to their first ever Stanley Cup championship in 2004, while winning 2 scoring titles and the Hart Trophy as league MVP. He finished with 1,033 points in 1,134 career games. Number 14, Mel Ott, 5'9". They called him Master Melvin, and he surely was a master as an MLB star. Ott had a .304 career batting average while making it to 12 All-Star games, winning a World Series in 1933 and being inducted into a Baseball Hall of Fame in 1951, capturing 87.2% of the votes to get in. Number 13, Calvin Murphy, 5'9". Basketball is a funny sport, where being under 6'2" appears to be real short on TV, when it's about 5 inches above the national average in the United States. Well, Murphy wasn't even close to being 6'2", let alone 6 feet, but that didn't stop him from dominating on the NBA court. The Hall of Famer averaged 17.9 points a game in 14 NBA seasons. Number 12, Kirby Puckett, 5'8". One of the greatest legends in Minnesota sports, Puckett was a 10-time MLB All-Star, leading his Twins to World Series championships in 1987 and 1991. He was a 6-time Gold Glover, 1-time AL batting champion, and registered an incredible .318 career batting average. The 6-time Silver Slugger Award winner was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 2001. Number 11, Manny Pacquiao, 5'5½". If it wasn't for another boxer who will soon make his appearance on this list, Pacquiao would easily be the best boxer of his generation. A 58-6'2" record speaks for itself. The only 8-division world champion in boxing was named Fighter of the Decade by BWAA. He was completely dominant in the ring throughout his career. Again, size really doesn't matter. Just ask Pacquiao. Number 10, Greg Louganis, 5'9". Though height is a huge advantage in Olympic swimming, Louganis didn't need tremendous size to succeed. A former Olympic diving champion, Louganis won gold medals in the 1984 and 1988 Olympics, 5 golds in the World Championships, and 6 in the Pan American Games. Is it just us, or is that pretty good? Number 9, Henri Richard, 5'7". Despite being well undersized by NHL player standards, Richard owns a record that no NHL player will ever come close to. Richard has a record 11 Stanley Cups as a member of the Montreal Canadiens. The 9-time NHL All-Star scored 358 goals and 1,046 points in 1,256 games. He wasn't as famous or legendary as his older brother Maurice, but he sure made a name for himself as a big little guy. Number 8, Barry Sanders, 5'8". One of the greatest running backs of all time, who knows how much better Sanders' career would have been if he didn't retire in his prime at age 30. But he accomplished a lot in 10 NFL seasons, a 10-time Pro Bowler, 4-time NFL rushing champion, and part of the All-Decades team in the 90s. Sanders rushed for 15,269 yards and 99 touchdowns in his career, while also being inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Number 7, Emmitt Smith, 5'9". Without Smith, there probably wasn't a Dallas Cowboys dynasty of the early and mid-90s. Plain and simple. The 8-time Pro Bowler, 4-time league rushing leader, and 3-time Super Bowl champion is considered by some to be the best running back in NFL history. His 18,355 rushing yards and 164 rushing touchdowns are the records for all running backs. Not bad for a guy his size. Number 6, Floyd Mayweather, 5'8". He's probably the most hated athlete on the planet, to say the least, but no one can deny how amazing of a boxer Money has been. Floyd Mayweather is a 49-0, 5-division champion with 26 knockouts. There isn't much more to say. He's arguably the best boxer to ever live and easily the best of his generation. Number 5, Lionel Messi, 5'7". When his accomplished and legendary soccer career is over, Messi may be considered the best player to ever live by the majority of pundits. A 6-time La Liga Best Player winner, 2009 FIFA World Cup Player of the Year, 7-time UEFA Team of the Year player. Messi is just that much better than everyone else in his era. Plain and simple. He's a once-in-a-generation talent that we won't see again. It's remarkable how he dominates with his size. Number 4, Diego Maradona, 5'5". Arguably the greatest soccer player to ever come out of Argentina, Maradona proved that skill beats size any day. Obviously one of the smallest soccer players to ever live, Maradona was voted FIFA Player of the Century in 2000, won the World Cup Golden Ball in 1986, and led the Argentine Primera Division in scoring 5 times. Number 3, Joe Morgan, 5'7". The MLB player turned analyst simply dominated baseball like few others. Morgan had 2,517 career hits, 268 home runs, made it to 10 All-Star games, won 2 World Series titles, 2 NL MVPs in 75 and 76, 5 Golden Glove Awards, and was voted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1990. His 689 stolen bases weren't bad either. Number 2, Yogi Berra, 5'7". Possibly the greatest New York Yankee ever not named Babe Ruth, Berra brought supremacy and nothing but championships to the Big Apple. He made it to an incredible 18 MLB All-Star games, won a king's ransom of 13 World Series championships, was a 3-time AL MVP, and voted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1972. He's a legend in Yankees lore and in baseball. Nobody played ball like him. And number 1, Pele, 5'8". He's the greatest soccer player to ever live and paved the way for future stars to dominate the game. Most pundits will simply tell you he was the greatest soccer player ever, and it's hard to debate it. The Brazilian-born star scored 1,281 goals in 1,363 games. He led Brazil to World Cup championships in 1958, 1962, and 1970. Countless major outlets named him as the Player of the Century. It's easy to see why he took number 1 on our list. Who's the current best little guy in sports? Let us know in the comment section below. If you like this video, then please click like. If you haven't subscribed yet, now's a good time to do so. We upload 7 videos a week. As always, we thank you so much for watching.